Thank you for joining me in this next video. In this video, we'll be talking about Hapi server methods and how to connect our API with Hapi.js. So please go to hapi.js.com, tutorials, and server methods. Server methods are a useful way of sharing functions by attaching them to your server object rather than requiring a common module everywhere. So what this means is we're able to register our search method with Hapi, and we're able to run them anywhere we want. The good thing is server methods take a next function, which is a callback, which means that it'll work perfectly with our API because we don't necessarily know when the results will come back, and whenever these results come back, um, they'll get called within this next method over here. So without further ado, let's get coding. Let's look at our directory. Okay, before we do anything, let's go into our API directory, ls. What we need to do is we need to move this data folder over to our main directory. The reason why is because once we run our server from index.js and we run any of our queries, Flickr will re-download its data settings onto our root folder, and it takes a little while. So before that happens, let's just move our data folder back one folder. So to do that, we'll type in mv data dot dot forward space. So ls again. So as you can see, the data folder is not in here. We'll go back, and now the data folder is in here. Let's just see if it got everything. Oh yeah, okay, everything's in there. So let's just go back. Ls, clean this up. Ls, clean again, and let's open index.js. Okay, let's import our search API. API require search. Let's do server method. There's two ways to do this. I'm going to show you the first way. Name search method search. Save that. Now let's just run our server node.mon, see if everything's working properly. Cannot find search module. Okay, yeah, because I put the wrong path in there. Okay, everything seems to be working now. So API.search, what this is calling is our API. So let's just go through there right now. So when we call API.search, what this does is it goes into the search folder, and it goes into the search.js, and it calls this function, and this function runs all of this. It runs Tumblr, and it also runs Flickr in parallel. So once we get back the results, what we'll do for now is we'll just console log. No, we'll pass the results over to this callback over here. So let's just handle our error first. So if there's an error, don't pass anything in results. If there is no error, pass null to error and pass in our results. Okay, let's just save that. Okay, so this is the route we made earlier, API/query. So let's just comment this out for now. Actually, we can just delete it. We don't need it. Server.methods. This time it's methods, not method. Over here it was method. Right now it's methods. So the name over here, that's our method name. Search. Request params query, where we get query over here, and our request object is right there. Function error results. So this is the callback that we should be it. Okay, let's go over to our browser. API search Zurich. Okay, cool. So this seems to be working. It's uh, let's just check these URLs. Okay, cool. That looks like a train in Switzerland. Let's check out. Let's search something else. Lamborghini. Okay, awesome. So this seems to be working. So uh, as you, so I want to talk to you about caching. So let's just refresh this. Let's look at our request. Our request took 696 milliseconds. So that's not, that's pretty long, but relatively that's not that long. So let's refresh this again. So it takes another 600 milliseconds, it's kind of long. 700 milliseconds, it's getting longer. So what we need to do is we need to add caching. So when we add caching, we will just comment this out. We won't use this way because basically what we're doing is we're passing an object. This server method function over here takes in an object. There's another way to do this. We'll do server method name. That's our first parameter. Our first argument is name. Our second argument is the method. Our third argument is an object, and which has another object over here, and we'll just say expires in 60,000. And 60,000 means like we'll make it shorter. We'll make it 10,000, just so you can see the difference. 10,000 is 10,000 seconds. So let's just clear this out. Let's search for something else. McLaren. There's an error. Let's see what this is. Undefined is not a function. Oh, oops. Search. There. Refresh. Okay. So we got our results. So that seems to be working. So let's just clear that out. Refresh. And now our results are 14 milliseconds, 15 milliseconds. It's a lot faster, but now, now after 10 seconds it just it deleted it from the cache. Let's reset again. And now it's 14 milliseconds. Let's reset it again. 700 milliseconds. So if we make our cache even longer, so 60 seconds, which is a minute, let's refresh this. So the first one should take a little while. So that took an entire second. So let's refresh. That took 13 milliseconds. Refresh. That took, 8 milliseconds. Let's wait a while. Reload again. And that took 9 milliseconds now. So caching works, and this caching will save you, a lot of bandwidth, and your end users can just get data much faster. So we'll just change this to 10 seconds for now. Yeah, and we'll just delete this. Okay, so one more time, let's just see what we're returning. We're returning an object that has, no, we're returning an array that has an object and another object, and it's basically an array of objects. So I'll end this video for now. I believe this is it for our Node.js part. What we'll be doing now is we'll switch over to Swift and Swift 2.0 and iOS 9. Thank you very much for watching this video, and stay tuned.